My pickles soaking. That's to, I think, kind of rehydrate them. It makes them more crisp. I got my recipe from Wardy Harmon's cooking school. But I know that this is way quicker and way less work than canning them. To help with the crispness, you can use oak leaves. So that's what I'm out here doing. That's why I come outside. Well, I've set my timer for 30 minutes of soaking time. Making sure I'm not around a snake or nothing. You're going to find an oak leaf that's not been consumed by something crazy. I'm not real good with trees, so I always ask Tyler, like, is that the tree I need? Because I technically really don't know. So I've actually only opened my crock. I've not washed it. So let me show you the parts here real quick. But here's the base. It's 1 gallon. Here's the lid. And then to keep your foods weighted down, obviously these are called weights. There's 2 of them. And that keeps everything from floating to the surface and being in the air and not fermenting.
Being in the air?
Not being in the air. That's why not came out. So I'm going to rinse these real quick. Just a little quick soak, quick water, and get started. So I can probably find some of these in thrift stores and stuff, but I hate shopping, so hadn't really been to one. So I bought this one brand new. Let's be quiet. I bought this one brand new, and I got to get going because my timer's about to go off. Okay, JC is helping me with our cloves of garlic. I put extra cloves in this. The recipe called for a different amount. I put more because I don't mind garlic, and after I get these all fermented and stuff, I can squish these, take them out of my pickles, squish them, and I can make dressings with them, and this would add a probiotic benefit to any dressing or anything that's not being cooked. So
I think she added a little too much salt.
Yeah, so here is my brine. I am stirring around. So 1/8 of a teaspoon. So a whole teaspoon is all that's needed in the gallon. So not much. I do them big because I want to. I'm just going to go ahead and do a whole leaf. That's probably more than a teaspoon. It's the tannins in this that help do its job. So here's to the tannins. Now I splurged, and when I made, put it down. When I made squash chips in the dehydrator, I bought a slicer. So let's get that out.
It kind of looks awesome. And kind of weird. Mommy, want me to pull that out? I did it.
Hey, guess what? Cheap chopper broke. Imagine that. Used it one time. I'm going to cut right now without audio. I don't mind cutting, but I really hate wasting money. So I'm not going to share with you how I call this very stupid that companies make cheap crap. We'll just stop right there. Got my crock filled. So now I need to put the weights on and the liquid in, and then kind of shoshle it around a little to get some of the liquid out. Kind of shoshle it as I've done it. I've got it half filled, so let's do that real quick. And I have a few pickles left that are going to be like whole pickles that I'm going to do in another thing. Tyler brought me the dill needed. Thank you, Tyler. And you just want to make sure there's enough liquid to fill this. So let's fill it. So, like, this little dude escaped. So you're gonna have to play with it and watch it to make sure that nothing's floating to the top. Back up. And so when I put my lid on, which I've not washed yet, let me wash that real quick. But I'll get all this done, and in 3 to 7 days, and it's really hot in Arkansas, so I find that ours usually do really quick because of the heat, and maybe, I don't know, maybe the humidity affects it too, but our environment. So this goes on. I can actually put a little bit more liquid on there because I just have a few seeds too. I'm gonna sit it on a thing because if I've overfilled it and it gets real bubbly, it'll spill over, and I don't want to have it on my counter. I need to go get my air lock tight.
She can't get it right. I think it's some kind of pump.
Now I expect this to spill over. That was not that bad.
Put a ton of lids on. Does it not hurt if it dumps out on the pickles? No.
We're not worried about those pickles.
Oh, those pickles are junk. Now we're gonna see what Mommy uses for it.
This goes down in here. It doesn't need to be in the liquid because it's to let air out.
Why?
So you want it to where it's just barely.
That's how these things out. You only get to do 3, Mama.
3. Why are you keep spouting around numbers?
Look, you only have 3 of those thingamabobs that you just use. Well, I bet she likes to make them, so why not?
Then put this on, and I'm going to set it away from the sun, but look at how gorgeous this is. Like, look. Now my weight is cockeyed, but we should be fine. If it bothers me, I can go in and adjust it, but this is going to get bubbly. This is going to culture. So the salt, culture. Yeah, it's going to culture. It's going to be fermented pickles. They're going to be super crisp, super flavorful. This
super salty.
No, the salty is the brine, and that, yes, the pickle will absorb some of that salt. But
so Dad has a question.
What do you got?
Well, they kind of taste like the store-bought ones. I know they'll kind of taste salty like the store-bought
They'll be
ones.
like those store-bought ones we buy in the refrigerated section. These are refrigerated pickles because after they're culturing, we put them in the fridge. Y'all have had these. Remember, we moved here with a bunch of them. Okay, so our pickles are done. That was 3 days. It's been really hot, so they ferment quick. But you can see the deal. I'm ladling them out of the crock into a gallon pickle jar. So I kind of tuned down the audio there because Silas was in the background going, yeah, really loud. Sorry if you couldn't hear me. Oh, yumma. Okay.
Oh, that's a lot. I'll drink it down.
So here are our pickles.
Yeah. I'll drink it down.
And I filled it to the brim because I don't want anything.
I'm going to finish to the brim.
I already did. So to keep it in the water, I can take, hold on, I can take a lid, just a regular lid, and put it right on top. And that, when I screw my lid on, so did I get it in there? Okay, so that's just a regular canning lid. When I put my other lid on, and there we go. And it's a pickle lid. But there we go. That will keep everything in the brine,
And
in the
it's so
liquid.
good.
This goes in the fridge. My others that were larger are still pickling. I'm giving them more time. You might can see how bubbly it is.
And salty.
And you may not, but you can see maybe a pink skim on them, and that's the richness of the minerals in the salt. That was really easy. This took no time at all. I would say it probably took an hour to do all of it. And that was probably with, and I would say maybe an hour and a half. And I would say that was with soaking them for an hour. I would say soaking them for 30 minutes in cold water, which I put ice in to make them crispier, and then cutting them up by hand, putting them in the crock, all this. And then I would say hands-on, I probably spent an hour of my time. And I have a gallon of pickles, and they're phenomenal. So next coming our way is corn and pears. Keep watching Barred Acres Farm, as I have set my goal this summer to be able to preserve as much humanly possible. Whether we grow it or not, it may be cheaper to buy it in the store, but learning these habits and motivation is actually worth maybe a little extra cost. So we might look into our corn to see how much we get put back and how much it would have cost in the store to do the same. Keep watching. Thanks. Barred Acres Farm. Have a blessed day.